Hi, my friends. Welcome back to Sona's English Podcast. I'm Sona, your English teacher. And today, we're starting a new learning journey together. This episode is about something very exciting. How English travels across countries, changes over time, and becomes many different versions of itself. This lesson will give you confidence because it shows that your English doesn't need to sound like someone else's English to be correct or meaningful. We will go step by step. First simple, then gradually a little more advanced, but still easy and friendly. Let's begin. What the book is about. Today's topic is inspired by a book that talks about English itself, how it grows, how people argue about it, and how different cultures shape it. Before we start, let's learn two small words. 1. Wander. Wander. Wander means to move from one place to another without staying in one spot. 2. Twist. Twist. Twist means a small change in form or shape. You'll see why these words matter. The idea of this book is this. English is a wandering language. It travels, it changes, it picks up new twists in every country. So today, I will guide you through the big message. There is no single real English. English is a family of many living versions. Why English has so many versions? Let's start simple. Many learners think the world uses one correct English, but the truth is different. English takes on new colors wherever it goes. People in Canada speak English one way. People in Singapore speak English another way. People in Nigeria have their own rhythm, and people in Australia have their own expressions. None of these are wrong. They are simply local Englishes. English shaped by the place. Let's learn two useful vocabulary words. 1. Pattern. Pattern. Pattern means something that repeats. 2. Influence. Influence. Influence means something that causes change. Local culture creates language patterns. Local people influence the words they choose. British English and American English. Of course, the two most famous versions of English are British English and American English. Many learners worry, which one should I learn? Which one is correct? Is mixing them bad? Don't worry, this entire lesson will clear that confusion. In Britain, people say lift. In the US, people say elevator. In Britain, people say chemist. In the US, people say drugstore or pharmacy. In Britain, they say postcode. In the US, they say zip code. Let's learn a vocabulary. Variation. Variation. Variation means a different form of something. British English and American English are variations, not competitions. No version is the true version. The myth of perfect English. Many people have a belief, an incorrect belief, that somewhere one perfect English exists. This idea is a myth. Myth means a story people believe, even if it isn't true. There has never been a perfect, fixed English. English changed when it was spoken by sailors, by farmers, by kings, by immigrants, by students, by young people, by old people. Every group added something new. Let's learn 2 more vocabularies. 1. Evolve. Evolve. Evolve means to change slowly over time. Flexible. Flexible. Flexible means able to bend or adapt. English evolves because it's flexible. It bends toward the people who use it. That is why your English does not need to match someone else's. Why people judge each other's English. The book explains that people often judge the English of other countries. Judge means form an opinion, sometimes a negative one. But why? People compare everything to their childhood English. Childhood language feels normal, so everything else feels different. People connect language with identity. Identity means who you feel you are inside. People feel protective of their own accent. It represents home. So, if someone from England hears American English, they may think that sounds unusual. If someone from America hears Australian English, they may think that sounds unfamiliar. But unusual does not mean wrong. Unfamiliar does not mean incorrect. These are natural reactions, not rules. Friendly teasing between countries. The author describes how people from different English-speaking countries sometimes tease each other. Tease means make a light joke, not serious. Here are examples. Americans sometimes joke that British people sound fancy. British people sometimes joke that Americans speak too casually. Australians sometimes joke that everyone else speaks too slowly. Canadians sometimes joke about how often people say sorry. These jokes are cultural humor, not grammar lessons. Learners often misunderstand and think these jokes mean you must speak this way. You must avoid that word. You must copy our accent. But no, these jokes are for native speakers teasing each other, not for you. Why English changes? English changes for many reasons. technology, new inventions, create new words. For example, upload, screenshot, stream, voice note. These did not exist 20 years ago. Migration. When people move from one country to another, languages mix. Youth culture. Young people love experimenting with language. They create slang, fun, new informal expressions. Let's define a useful word. Slang. Slang means very informal words used mostly by young people or specific groups. Examples of modern slangs. Vibey. Vibey. Vibey means feels good or has nice energy. Low-key. Low-key means a little bit, quietly. Boosted. Boosted. Boosted means improved. Some slang disappears quickly. Some stays for years. Media. Movies, shows, TikTok, music videos, and gaming spread language faster than ever. English moves at the speed of the internet. Misunderstandings between native speakers. One of the most comforting parts of this topic is this. Native speakers misunderstand each other all the time. In Australia, thongs mean flip-flops. In the US, it means underwear. In South Africa, robot means traffic light. In other countries, robot means a machine. In Ireland, grand can mean fine or okay, not great. These misunderstandings show you something important. If native speakers can't always understand each other, you don't need to feel bad when you get confused. It's normal. It's part of the English experience. English and emotions. Language is emotional. People get attached to the way they speak. When someone hears a different English, they may feel surprised, protective, nostalgic, curious, confused. Nostalgic means remembering the past with warm feelings. People think this is not how we say it at home. This sounds unusual. I don't say it like that. These reactions are human psychology, not language grammar. You don't need to copy these feelings. You only need to understand that they exist. What this means for English learners. So, what is the message for you? Here it is, simple and clear. There is no one correct English. There is only English that communicates, English that connects people, English that expresses meaning, English that grows with you. Your English may not sound British. Your English may not sound American. Your English may not match any country exactly. And that is perfectly fine. You are speaking a global, living, expanding language. every word you learn adds a new branch to your personal version of English. Thank you for spending this lesson with me. This topic is close to my heart because so many learners worry they need to sound perfect. But perfection is not the goal. Communication is. This is Sona, and you're listening to Sona's English Podcast. Keep learning, keep listening, keep growing, and keep enjoying the beautiful journey of English. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.